Good evening. My name's Clarence Grubbs, and this is the father. I get up before the sun. The land out here is flat and already warm. My boots sit by the door. I put them on the same way every morning. I'm the father of four. The weight is there before I even open my eyes. Elena, my wife, is still asleep. Sophia, my daughter, is still dreaming. Marcus, Elias, and Theo, my sons, will be up soon, needing food, clean clothes, and a dad who hasn't quit yet. This is the fight, the long road home. Dr. LJ once raised his glass to journeys like this. Says Sappho and Homer would get it. Homer told about Assidius fighting for years just to get back to his family. I'm no king. The ocean is the days that never end, thunderstorms are the bills, and the monsters an empty bank account, and the hours I lose to work never quite covers it. I don't wait for anyone to save me. I put boots on and walk out the door. Making ends meet is the longest fight I've ever been in. Every paycheck feels like a small win and then it's gone. Food, lights, a clean home to live in. Some days, numbers just don't work. I stand in the store, count money in my head, the way a soldier counts rounds. Cheaper bread, no extras. 5 people are counting on me. Some nights I sit in the kitchen table after everyone is asleep, quiet except for the soft sound of my kids breathing. I look at the bills, feel that old pressure. Greek heroes weren't made on easy days. They stood up when the ground was shaking. Assidius got home because he refused to become someone he wasn't along the way. I tried to do the same. I will not let my money problems decide my children's future. I will work longer, become more disciplined, and refuse to quit under any circumstances. One evening on the One evening the porch light showed a small green frog hopping across the concrete. Just one small innocent frog. Sophia saw it first and screamed. Elena looked scared too. Most people would laugh or shrug. To my wife and daughter, the frog was an invader. I could have said it was late or I was tired. Instead, I laughed, stepped outside. The air was hot and thick. I moved slowly toward the frog, and when I was close enough, I caught the frog and then moved it to a safe spot in my yard. Every frog I caught was a small win. Every one I moved was a promise that our home would stay quiet. I didn't do it for praise. I did it for Elena and Sophia could walk outside without fear. While I gently escorted the frog away, I thought about Sophia watching from the doorway. I want her to see how a man is supposed to act. A real man doesn't walk away from a messy or annoying jobs because they're small. He steps up, handles it, protects the people he loves, even when the job is stupid and it's late. That night, the porch was my battlefield. The frog was a small dragon that needed facing. A true hero doesn't only fight the big monsters, he also fights the small ones that threaten the peace of his house. When the frog was gone, Sophia again smiled. Elena touched my arm and said, "Thank you. Home is worth protecting no matter how small the threat looks." Raising boys is a different fight. Marcus is the oldest and already testing how strong he is. Elias watches everything and asks hard questions. Theo has soft edges, but there's fire in him. I want them to be strong enough to stand when life pushes them back, but with the promise that I will not break them while I teach them that. Marcus, when Marcus falls, I don't yell at him until he shrinks. I show him to try again. When Elias gets angry, I wait for the storm to pass and we talk. When Theo wants to quit, I stand next to him and work the problem with him. Firm when firmness is needed, gentle when it'll actually help. The most important lessons aren't in what I say, they're in what the boys see. They watch how I treat their mother. They notice if I speak to Elena with respect or if with a short temper. They see whether I help without being asked or I leave the hard work to her. A real man honors his wife, listens, shares the load, doesn't make her carry everything alone, provides, protects, stays present even when he's tired. That is the example I want them to carry. If they learn how to be a man, if they learn how to manage to treat his wife and family by watching me, then I've done one of the most important parts of my job. Being a husband to Elena is the quietest and most important fight of all. She's the center of this house. She carries worries that I don't always see, comforts the kids while I'm at work, keeps everything running while I fight the outside world. My job is to stand behind her. My job is to stand beside her, not above her. Some days I'm some days I'm tired and short-tempered. Some evenings I just want to be quiet. In those moments, I remember Sidious finally getting home to his wife. He didn't demand praise. He just simply stayed. I try to stay and listen when she talks about her day, or I notice that she's tired. And I try to take something off her shoulders and be a steady person who, without words, she is not alone. My sons are watching these moments too, learning what respect looks like in a marriage, learning what a man's strength is measured and how he treats a woman and chooses the family they built together. Sappho a, wrote about a sweet apple high on a branch, the one people couldn't reach. Dr. LJ said her kind of love wasn't the cheap kind, and this deep desire to take care of yourself enough to survive and grow. The Lord talked about the same fire for me. That fire is the land of these four children. It's what keeps me moving when the road is long, and that's why I refuse to lose myself in the struggle. The journey isn't finished. There's still years of hard work ahead, still nights when the money looks thin, still days when the voice says every limit I have to offer, still times when Elaine and I have to find our way back to each other after dealing with life. I'm not the same man who started this road, and the struggle has shaped me. The small wins have taught me. The love for my family has kept me when everything felt heavy. A city stands for the journey we face, new work, new duties, the daily fight to provide and protect. The real power isn't only getting home, it's learning the lessons. It is learning from the lessons you've learned and teaching those lessons to the next generation. I'm learning to write the story with my actions. I'm the hero of the story because I choose to be. Not only no one else will provide for my children if I don't. No one else will clear the porch when fear shows up. No one else will teach the boys how to become men when with both strength and self-control. No one else will stand as Elena's partners through the easy and hard days. So those strengths are not gifts from the gods. Those are choices that we make again and again when life is hard. I make those choices because my family is worth every one of them. When I look at Sophia's face after the frogs are gone, I see peace I fought for. A daughter who is learning what to expect from a man. When I watch Marcus help his younger brothers without being told, I see the men they are becoming. When Elena rests her head on my shoulder at the end of the day, I know the journey matters. This is a homecoming, even while the road continues. Old poets told of warriors who traveled far and suffered so they could return to the people they loved. They traveled a different road. The purpose of the same, the fight. I fight so that my family can live a comfortable life and keep going so my children can grow without the constant weight of not having enough. Space so Elena never has to face the darkness alone. The sun will rise again. My boots will wait by the door. The work will still be hard. The money will still need to be counted. The boys will still need guidance. The porch may once again have an unwanted visitor. I'll meet each of those the same way I am now, with a steady heart of a father who has decided that his family is the kingdom worth defending. I am not waiting to be rescued. I am the one that does the saving. Every long day, every careful choice, every careful act of protection is part of it. This is a story I live. This is the road I walk. This is a modern man. This is how a modern man becomes a hero to the people that matter the most. And when the final chapter is written, I want it to say, he provided, he protected, he raised his sons with strength and care and showed his daughter what a man should be. He stood behind his wife. He stayed true and made it a home.